Shalom, shalom, shalom. Glory give our praises on the glorification to YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, BARAK YAHAWAH, BARAK YAHAWASHI, HALAHYAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, and praise and glorification to YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, and of course, the number one said Apostle Millstone. Well, the number one said Apostle Green Millstone, we teach you well. And the main topic of the lesson is America will get pulled in to the Third World War. No, America will get pulled in to the Third World War. No, so I gotta play this little clip real quick, and go from there.
United States with a population with its blood, boiling, ready and believing that they can do anything, not to mention Gaza. And they're like, look, we're going to do it no matter what. And so if they go in and attack Iran, kind of like in the 12-Day War, what happens? We're going to get sucked in. And this is an argument, by the way, from the neocons, because they're like, oh, well, that's why we should just go ahead and do it and defend Israel in the process. But the point around it is if we actually dealt with the Israel problem, we wouldn't even have as much of an Iranian problem. But we can't get away from it. And I was telling you this morning, it's like World War I. Does anybody just sit for a second and just be like, do we have to defend Belgium? Do we have to, decimate our youth and kill millions of people just because of a piece of paper, because we've always done things that way? But this is how it happens. You really, you read about it, but this is, nobody sits for a second and says, maybe we just tell the Israelis, you're done if you do this, that will actually cut you off. Nobody in the White House can even think this way. Nobody in the previous White House could think this way either. Nobody in Congress is.
And you know why? Because only they're bought and paid for by them. And they don't care about the people. They don't care about the people. They don't care about the youth or whatever. They care about their leaders. The top bigger families, these elites, these top bigger families, these small hats. Because the small hats are the ones who are paying the bills. And the reason why America is such a power in the first place. Because these small hats, man. But the point I want to touch on is the fact that he said America gonna get sucked in. Just a second. So like it's the spirit here saying, a random time. Like the scripture says, the spirit like the wind, making food right now. And I heard this shit. And then I had to do a video, man. So bear with me while I cook. But anywho, we're spiritually cooking right now, the spiritual food right now. So you know how it is. But anywho, Jeremiah 49 and verse 20. Therefore, therefore hear the counsel of Yahawah that he had taken against Edom, and his purposes that he purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. And that's what the Lord doing right now, man. The Lord drawing them out by the least of the flock. And as he said, America, the small hats, the little man, they're small, man. They're not that big on the map. They're least, among all the Edomites, But yet they're the most powerful, And they're gonna draw the rest of Esau, mainly America, to war, That's what's gonna happen. That will happen, actually. That will happen. And as we can see right now, the ways, the reasoning for it is coming about. And earlier in this video, he was talking about how apparently America, their nuclear, the missile interceptors that they got, it won't last that long. America talking all this shit about how they can easily steamroll Iran and shit like that. No, they don't have that much military force. They don't have the main missile interceptors. And right now, China is loading up Iran with missiles, and new software and shit like that, to defend. No. So they're in for a hell of a time. They go in there. No, but they will go in there. No, because only the small hats are the ones coercing them to go in there, man, for war. So you gotta understand, man, this is all biblical prophecy at the end of the day. Wars and rumors of wars. And this is the top example. No, because only Persia or Iran is part of this. No, they're part of the force against Babylon. No, against the small hats. No, this is Ezekiel 38 in verse 4. Now this is talking about Russia in context, or Gog. No, the land of Magog, or Russia, because Gog is in the land of, or Russia is in the land of Gog. So that's talking about Russia. No, these are the armies with Russia. Let's get to it. Ezekiel 38, verse 4. Now draw thee back and put hooks into their jaws, because only they're in the mindset of rebuilding the USSR. That's why they're trying to get Ukraine right now. And I'll bring thee forth in thy army, horses and horsemen, no the tanks, no helicopters, planes, jets, all of them clothed with all sorts of armors, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, so all of them with weapons of war, guns, rocket launchers, missiles, all the things that they need. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Now, the main point right there is they mentioned Persia, because Persia, which is the modern day Iran, they're going to be allied with Russia. Russia going to be going down there to the Middle East, for war. So they may wrap up the Ukraine stuff or the tactical nuke, real quick, just to sell that off and just head out there into the Middle East, so-called Middle East, to deal with Iran. Well, not Iran, to deal with the land of Israel, as Apostle Har said, Israel. The small hats, and also America. Now, they're going to be the center of all warfare, for this third world war, mainly in the land, the so-called Middle East. You get that. The Valley of Jehoshaphat, as Scripture calls it. Go to Joel 2 and 20. But I'll remove far off from you the northern army. Now, northern army, talking about American army. Now, drive them into a land barren and desolate. They're talking about the Arabian desert. With his face towards the east sea. Now, that's talking about the Persian Gulf to the Euphrates. Because the main reason why, because the majority of their bases are along the Persian Gulf. Are along the Persian Gulf. That's the majority of where their bases are. So they're going to be fleeing to their bases. And his hinder part toward the uttermost sea. Because they're going to be fleeing from the Red Sea. They're going to be fleeing across the desert from the Red Sea to the Persian Gulf. And his stink shall come up because all the dead bodies, they're going to be following after him because only they're going to be sending in troops. Yeah, they're going to be sending in troops right about now. Because only right now they don't have troops out there right now because only they're scared. They don't want to send troops in because only if they do that, they know it's over for them. They send in troops. They're going to be looking real bad, but they got to send in troops anyway because they need to do regime change. The small hats are kicking down their door now to get them to do regime change, so that's what they got to do. And his ill savor shall come up because he have done great things. So this place have been proud and haughty all this time. Now we got to collapse, man. Now they got to be put to shame. So again, they may strike this weekend. I won't be surprised because usually that's when America strikes, on a weekend. Because on the weekend, the stock market closed. So it could happen this weekend. Could happen today, tomorrow. Don't really matter. But we know it's going to happen soon because they can't waste that much time. The more time they waste, the more time Iran builds up their forces. So they know what's up. But another scripture I was thinking about too, to the Spirit, Jeremiah 51. Here we go, 46. And lest your heart faint, and ye shall fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. This is a rumor that America gonna get fucked up. No, America gotta get damaged, gotta get hit. No, gotta be a long war. This is a rumor. No, that shall be heard in the land. A rumor that shall come 1 year and another year shall come a rumor. Oh, we gotta go to war with Iran. Oh, we gotta go to war because of Israel. No. And violence in the land, ruler against ruler. So war. No. Now they've been speaking about it for a long time, and now it's happening. No, because all this is just spirit. No, all this is just biblical prophecy, man. No. And side note, Babylon wasn't taken over by a huge military force and all this big battle. Nah, it was taken over in a surgical strike at night, and cut off the leaders, and they surrendered. No, there wasn't no big explosion. Babylon, ancient Babylon would turn to dust and left desolate. No. They just surrendered and continue on from there. There were still people living in Babylon even after that. A long time after that. Even now, shit. That's Iraq. So this is talking about now. During this time, man. The Lord's word don't go out void. So we see what's happening. The prophecy is speaking for itself. And we have our eyes open. We're watching. But Lord on the other side goes and give up praise on glorification to YAHAWASHI, QADASH, and Shalom.